Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Jacob as Schmidt with his Farfetch'd Quacko, Melissa as Cindy with her Vulpix Soul Eater, Grace as Elodie with her Milcery Cabbage, and CJ as Gimli with his Roggenrola Trevor. My name is Rich and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. Where last we left off, the notion of the group was that we would stay at the hostel at the Pokemon Center. You got there with Sam, you got her leg more or less looked at and taken care of, and you dropped off the Torkoal, and you were hoping to see how well it was doing. Yeah. It made a complete recovery, and before you went to bed, Nurse Joy summons you to the counter and says, "So, is this your Torkoal?" She says, we don't seem to have any data on which Pokeball it belongs to, so have you caught it yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. Maybe now is your opportunity.
Yeah. I guess I should approach the Torkoal.
Torkoal's
up, right?
Yeah, Torkoal's up. It's you would think it's awake, but Torkoal's kind of always got its eyes closed. It's a small little turtle. It's standing on the counter and it's spewing smoke. It's just kind of staring at you. What do you do?
I just ask him if he's doing okay.
He lets out a huff and makes the classic Torkoal sound. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's good to hear, buddy.
Do you intend to release him into the wild, or do you want to make him your partner?
I would love to make him my partner. I was like, do I have to convince him?
Yeah, you got to do something.
Okay.
You could just ask, like, you don't have to convince, but like, you gotta do something.
I was like, I know you've been through a lot, buddy, but would you like to come on this journey with me?
Roll a persuasion.
18.
Torkoal is in fact a free catch. It is grateful to you for saving it. You will not just have Trevor for your gym challenge. So this thing is ready for action, basically.
Wow, he is beefy.
Yeah.
Holy, that armor class? Oh yeah. My god.
It's a little nasty.
And Rock Tomb? Oh no. Broken. All right.
Yeah.
He is perfect. He's dumb as bricks.
Yep, that's exactly how it has to be.
Yes. That's ideal.
Yep.
All right, what do we name him? So I will call him Toidle.
Cool. So that all happened the night prior. So what ended up happening was you all stayed in the hostel. You managed to get like a one section of like where all these bunk beds are stacked up. They just kind of thought they would do like men and ladies split up. So Schmidt kind of challenged you to the top bunk, and we didn't get you. It was a one-sided roleplay thing, but Schmidt was like, no, I'm taking the top bunk. I don't care. So I was assuming that Gimli would just be kind of hospitable and say, yeah, that's fine. I'm sure it doesn't matter.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
Cool. So you sleep through the night pretty comfortably. You had a crazy day if you consider that the past couple sessions were all just one day.
Yeah, that was insane.
So you sleep pretty well. By the time you awaken, Schmidt's bed is empty. Sam's bed across the hall is empty. Elodie is still snoozing, and Cindy is up and excited and ready for action. And she says, "You want to go to the gym?"
Absolutely, it's time.
She is just having a great time. You're not supposed to disclose how the gym battle went, but she's just super overjoyed. And you walk out of the Pokemon Center, you climb up the ladder to get on the wooden walkways to get to the gym, and you pass Schmidt, who's walking out, and he seems to have a little pep in his step, and he's also kind of blushing a little bit. Crosses your path, and he says, "Oh, I see you're on your way. Good luck." Almost man is also what he interjects at the end of that.
Thank you.
And
fearless leader.
And then Cindy kind of drops you off and weighs you off, and you enter the Fortree City Gym. The gentleman who initially gave you your trainer's license and badge case holds out his hand and requests your trainer's license.
There you go.
Great. He takes it, he puts a little scribble on it, and he gestures to some big red doors, and he says, "Well, then on you go." You open the doors, and you're greeted to what seems to be a power plant of some sort. There is lots and lots of tall wind turbines sprouting out from all over the ground. There's also fan blades and propellers all over this building. It seems like tunnels that are generating energy all over the place. There's Pokemon that are flying around, taking care of errands that need to be done. You can see like a Pidgey that has a hat and has a clipboard. It's like doing some sort of important work. And you are approached by a young man. He's got brown hair and he's wearing a uniform that is light blue. And he says, "Welcome to the gym.
All right.
My name is Miles, and here at the Fortree City Gym, we'll be testing you in 3 different categories. We're going to be testing you in your power, your skill, and your luck. I'm your first challenge, and I'll be testing you on your power, and we're going to keep it simple. We're going to have a double battle."
Okay.
So, very convenient for Gimli. You have acquired your second Pokemon, so this will be good. You are going to roll an initiative for each of them individually. Miles, he sends out 2 Pokemon. One of them you recognize from the post office. It's a little Murkrow, but this one has 1 hat on instead of 2.
Oh.
Accompanying this Murkrow is a little woodpecker with a little red head. Miles says, "All right, let the battle begin." This woodpecker is going to go first, and Miles says, "Picky peck, go for a peck." Does an 8 hit Trevor?
No.
Okay. Goes for the peck, just immediately collides into the freshly hardened carapace that belongs to Trevor and just does not reach it at all. And disappointingly, Picky Peck just kind of flops back over into position next to Murkrow. Now it's Murkrow's turn. Murkrow is instructed to go for a pursuit, this time into your new friend Toidle. And does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Great. Toidle, in its first battle ever with Gimli, takes 10 points of dark damage.
Wow. Okay.
Right off the bat, Miles says, "Way to go, Murkrow," and Murkrow goes, "Meh."
Oh.
So it is now Trevor's turn.
Okay, Trevor is going to go for Rock Blast into Murkrow. Does a 16 hit?
Does.
I got a total damage of 10.
Yikes, and it's super effective, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means you doubled the damage dice, but we should, since there's so many dice involved, let's just double the overall damage. How does that sound?
That seems fair. Like I got 5 T4s on my thing.
Trevor is just so excited to try out this new move. It just goes to town on this Murkrow. Just 5 rocks shoot out of Trevor's body and just pelt Murkrow. And Miles is like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And Murkrow goes, "Ah." It's not looking good for Murkrow.
No.
It's Torkoal's turn.
Okay. Torkoal is going to use a Rock Tomb into Murkrow.
Okay. At this moment, Miles says, "We can't take this much more, Murkrow. It's time for our secret strategy." And Murkrow is going to use Sucker Punch as a reaction before Torkoal can attack. And that's a 13. I think Torkoal's pretty thick.
16, yeah, that doesn't work.
Sucker Punch doesn't connect. So unfortunate. Give me the Rock Tomb.
All right, Rock Tomb is a strength saving throw of 14.
Has 1 bonus to strength, so that's going to be a total of 9. Murkrow's going to get hit by this Rock Tomb.
Oh my god. 19 damage.
Jeez.
I rolled 2 8s.
Yeah. Murkrow goes down. Murkrow's out.
Yeah. Wow.
Miles is like, "This is not looking good for us."
Like, oh no.
Oh no. You still got a full health Picky Peck to deal with, all right? So it's not over. Cool. It's not over, all right?
Sure.
Miles says, "Picky Peck, go for Fury Attack," and is going to go for Fury Attack into Torkoal. And rolls a 4. Great. Okay. Just KO this Picky Peck. Just put him out of his misery. Just
so sad. Okay. I'll probably go for a Headbutt. I want to conserve some PP because I don't know the challenges.
Okay.
So does a 9 hit?
It does not. Picky Peck's actually useful for something. Dodges out of the way of the headbutt. Look at that.
Dipping.
Demonstrating its superior dexterity. You know, might not have the type advantage, but Picky Peck manages to flop out of the way. Excellent. Very excellent. Mm-hmm. Now Torkoal's got a shot, right?
So yeah, I'll just go for an Ember and a Picky Peck. 15.
That will connect.
Oh my god, 19. I rolled a 12.
Yikes, dude.
Oh my god.
Yikes, you're broken. I mean, I don't know what I expected like as a rock trainer coming in this gym, but
yeah,
I mean,
it was just given.
Oh man. Picky Peck takes a massive ember to the face. Feathers smoking from the heat. Miles is like, "Oh, Arceus, we got this. Come on, Picky Peck. I believe in you."
Arceus.
And Picky Peck's just like, it's just really suffering. It's Picky Peck's turn. Gonna one-shot both of your mons here with a Fury attack into Trevor this time. And that is a 11.
Nope.
That's not gonna work.
No.
Please put this Picky Peck out of its misery.
Again, I don't really feel particularly threatened.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, we'll go for another headbutt. 17.
What's your minimum damage?
Technically 3.
Okay, yeah, roll your damage.
10.
All right. Do you have any flavor text for it?
So Trevor hops on top of Torkoal, and Torkoal lets out a huge burst of just a big puff of smoke to send Trevor flying for the headbutt into the Picky Peck.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
Finding the synergy.
In a pretty quick 3-round battle, Miles recalls both of his Pokemon, and he looks at you, Gimli, and he says, I haven't been defeated that quickly in such a long time. I would generally wish you luck for the remaining stages of this gym, but I frankly don't think you're going to need it. Ushers you to the next set of doors. It opens up to a much larger room. Again, there's like turbines and stuff going all over the place, and it's about the size of a football field, and the same dimensions. It's longer than it is wide, and you can see a set of rings sticking out of the ground. You're approached by another gentleman. Seems like he's on good terms with his friend Miles, and he says, hey, I'm Ben. Welcome. We'll be testing your skill in this room, and the skill will specifically be speed. So I'm going to have you pick one Pokemon. And you have a rock and a turtle, so maybe you'll be a little humbled here.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. They're about to. Oh no, they're both bad. It's so funny. I'm gonna go with the turtle.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at Trevor and I'm like, nah, fam, he ain't it. They're both not built for speed.
Ben evaluates just like Gimli's short, stonky stature, and then looks at Toidle and is like, all right, let's do this. And he unveils his prized Pokemon. He sends out a Dragonfly, and it has a beautiful shimmering shine to it. He looks again at Torkoal, and he says, you know, I usually use Yanma for these challenges, but I think I'm going to have to switch things up. He puts Yanma away, and he reaches to the other side of his belt, and he sends out a little baby flying scorpion. It's a purple color, and it goes, Wah! And he says, I've been waiting to use this fella for a while, and I think now is the right time. So before you have a set of 6 rings. Let me describe how they are laid out. All right. So there's one directly in front of you. You need to make a total of about 120 feet of movement. Okay. So whatever Torkoal's walking speed is, we're going to have to consider that. You have a budget of your full movement plus an action, or you could dash. You're able to interact with the Pokemon that you are racing, but the goal is to get through 6 rings and then turn around and come all the way back to your trainer. You can use abilities, you can use skills, you can use any kind of like roleplay thing you make up to make your Pokemon go faster or do cool tricks or whatever you want, but you'll have to roll for them. There's a ring directly in front of you, just 10 feet away. There's one to the left that you have to walk over to zigzag to. That's an additional 15 feet from that. 30 feet over towards the right, there's another one, and then there's 3 directly in the center. Okay. Just in a sequence. Arena
open?
It is full. It's very high ceilings.
Okay, high ceilings are the walls.
There's like railing that guards you from like actual mechanical equipment that people in Pokemon are working on. That looks like power generation.
Okay.
Roll your initiative for this race against Baby Gligar. Gligar's gonna look over at Ben and make a gleeful little and it will start running. Trips a little bit, but it isn't quite ready to fly. So it starts running. It goes through the first ring, and then it stops, and it lets out a little cheer as the ring goes ding.
So can I do an interesting way that it's like a dash, but I want to do something weird?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
I want to command Torkoal to basically withdraw into his shell and then blow Ember out to turn himself into like a torpedo.
Ooh, that is cool. I like that. Yeah, we'll have to get a check. Let's say it's a DC 13 nature check, unless you have a better idea. Well, you know, I think it makes Torkoal has a proficiency, right, in athletics?
He does. Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Let's do like 2 rolls. All right.
Okay.
Let's do a nature check for like the Ember and an athletics check for going into the shell and rolling. So we'll say DC 13 for both. So athletics should be fine. And then the nature one might be a little bit trickier, but you'll still be more mobile.
Okay, so I passed the athletics check, but not the nature check.
Okay. So, Torkoal successfully tucks in its limbs and is able to roll around a bit. I'm not sure what your walking speed was, but it's definitely 30 feet now. Granted that you didn't get your nature check off, I'm inclined to not give you an additional action. I think that is fair.
That's fair.
And you roll through the first ring, and you're pretty much right next to Gligar. You're a little bit past it. Gligar sees Toidle making ground, and is concerned and says, "No, I have to go faster." Doesn't actually say that, but that's what Gligar's thinking.
Yeah.
Gligar will run 30 feet. It's very cute as it runs because it has short little legs, and he just kind of holds his hands up, Adorable little baby Gligar. Goes through the first ring. It is Toidle's turn.
Okay. Toidle's going to yawn at Gligar.
Ooh, okay. And that's a save of some sort? Oh no, it just works.
In range because I'm right next to it. Yeah, if target remains in battle, which he will.
Oh my god!
At the next turn.
Broken. Okay. Yeah. So baby Gligar is starting to feel a little drowsy. So you still have a movement.
We're gonna move the 15 feet distance to get closer to the next ring.
Okay. You stop right outside before it. Ring 2 of 6. Gligar, feeling kind of sleepy, not in the mood for dashing, is just going to walk up to the third ring and falls asleep with his head leaning on it against the ground. He will not make a roll to wake up this turn, but now we're back at Toidle.
Okay, I am going to do the same maneuver as previous.
Okay, give it a shot. He's sleeping in the ring, so there's a chance you might disturb him. Could stay asleep, but I'm just letting you know.
I passed both.
Again, so you're like on the left side of the field at the second ring, and the third one is at the far right side, and Gligar's like napping in it. How do you intend to like navigate?
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
He might not wake up, but if you disturb him, he will roll to wake up.
I mean, I guess we just gun for it and see what happens.
Okay.
It's not really an alternative.
Sure. So, interestingly enough, Torkoal tucks in its limbs, blasts smoke out of its shell, and heat, not necessarily smoke, but just flames, and propels itself forward through the third ring. It goes ding, and there's smoke everywhere, and we'll see if Gligar is affected by this. Gligar is having a nap. Gligar got a 7, so Gligar's just having a good time, still snoozing. You're still in your hypermobile Toidle form. Do you just push forward?
Absolutely.
Okay, what is your intention? Are you going to try to dash? If you want to do something extra crazy and roll for it, I'll allow it, but you got to come up with what it is.
Right. All the rings are grounded, right?
Yeah.
How am I positioned in the current space of the rings?
You are on the right, and the last 3, when they were in the air, they were like a vertical challenge. They went higher and higher, but now they're on the ground, and they're just sequential. Like they're just in a row in the center of the room. Then they're just 5 feet apart. It's just ding, 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 and then you're at the end of the room.
Is there any way I could get that's where I was asking about the walls. Is there any way for me to use a ricochet off the wall to get momentum?
Potentially. I think there's a chance. It is railing, so Torkoal's kind of small, and there's a chance you could wedge yourself in the railing, but if you'd like to roll for it, I think that is totally fair to do.
Yeah, because I would close it out immediately.
Yeah, you would get a boost that would push you to the other side of the room for sure.
Okay. What do I have to roll for that? Is it just, are we still doing the nature check? I'm assuming it's a higher.
That wouldn't be a nature thing. I hate to say it, but I think that's a dex check. To make sure that you don't get wedged in the rail.
Right.
I'm going to give it let's give it a DC of 12. I think that's fair.
Then again, Gligar's asleep. I might not have to risk it.
It would be cool though.
It would be super cool. But if I get wedged, I'm fucked. All right. Not necessarily, but even still. So this is just going to be a dex for it, or do I have to roll the other parts too? Or are we just doing dex?
No, you're already in the form, so.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to do that. Okay. All right, let you know what? It's gonna be awesome. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 6.
6? Okay. Going for a super crazy awesome move. Doesn't quite pull it off. Torkoal can't really see where he's going because his head is tucked into his body, and he manages to get stuck in the rail. It's going to take a whole action to free himself. However, Gligar's still taking a nap. So we'll see if Gligar wakes up. Gligar gets a 2. Gligar is still sleeping.
Snoozing.
Did you spend your action to free yourself?
Yes.
Okay, so that happens. It's crazy. Torkoal springs its legs back out of its shell. It's like, what happened? And Gligar is going to see if it's going to wake up. Gets another 2. What?
Oh my god.
That is insane. I think that's the last turn of sleep. So
yeah, it's a given.
Gligar rubs his eyes and he's like, oh, I guess we're in a race. And the next turn he will start to act again.
We just gun it the same way we were doing it earlier.
Yeah,
so
might as well.
do the double. Oh, I passed the athletics and I failed the withdrawal again.
Okay.
Or the nature, yeah.
Yeah, well, you still managed to get into a more speedy form, but you won't be going super fast. You do manage to roll yourself through ding, the first ring, ding, the second to last ring, and then there's just one more in front of you. Gligar wakes up and makes a cute little yawn and starts running towards the rings. He's going to dash, so he's going to ding, get through the third ring that he took a nap on, and then ding, ding, catch up to you, and then stop right before the last ring. He's in front of Toidle. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go for a dash into the last ring.
Okay, you don't need to dash to clear the last ring, but you want to use that extra movement to turn around and get back over to Gimli?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do so. You consume your whole action. This will provoke an attack of opportunity from Gligar.
Of course.
Gligar's going to go for the Poison Sting. Level 1 Poison Sting. And it gets a 16. That should hit, right? If it matches, it matches, doesn't it?
It matches, yeah.
Then it goes in favor of the attacker. That is the rule. So deals just 4 poison damage to Toidle, and does not poison. So it is in fact a baby Gligar. So it goes with its tail, and then Torkoal feels not terrible, but definitely got hit by attack. Not a big deal. So you make it through ding, the last ring, and all the rings are green, and you spend your remaining movement to get halfway back to Gimli. It's going to take 35 feet to get back to Gimli. So you could dash, you could do whatever, but Gligar has another turn. Gligar is going to use its movement and then try and set Stealth Rocks in front that has a range of 50 feet. So it's going to set up said Stealth Rocks in front of Torkoal. It's going to impose difficulty if you decide to dash. So Gligar is just 10 feet behind Torkoal. You got 35 feet left to get back to Gimli. What are you going to do? Okay. Stealth Rocks in front of you.
I'm going to attempt my withdrawal Ember maneuver again to push through the rocks.
Okay, yeah, let's see it.
Oh, so I destroyed the athletics check. I obliterated it, and I got a 1.
Oh no! Yeah. So Toidle coils up into its shell, and it starts spinning, and it does so in such a way that it disperses all of the Stealth Rocks, but doesn't make much ground, and you still have a remaining 15 feet to go, which won't be bad. You could just walk that one of your turns. But anyways, Gligar's still going to try to stop you. Run up behind you. It's right next to you, and it's going to stab its little stinger tail into Torkoal. And is a 11's not going to break your armor class.
No.
This little stinger tail is going to glance off of Torkoal's hard shell, and Torkoal can basically just walk
to the finish line.
Walk to the finish line. Excellent. The race ends. Ben picks up his baby Gligar and says, "You did a great job, friend," and recalls Gligar, and Gligar's like, "Man," it's so happy and excited to get some action. Ben says, despite having a turtle, I think you did pretty well there.
Thank you. That was rough.
Ben gestures you not to a door, but to a set of stairs. You start ascending the stairs, and as you do so, it kind of opens up. All that you see, all the machinery ducks away, and rather than like all these complicated fans and propellers and things, you just see long pillars that are hoisting wind turbines that stretch through the open ceiling of the Fortree City Gym. You find yourself halfway to the roof, and there's a battling platform. You see a young woman. She has short brown hair and big round glasses, and she lets out a giggle, and she says, "Haha, you made it. This will be your final test before our leader, and here I'll be testing your luck. How many Pokemon would you like to use?"
2.
All right. She says, "Very well, then. You may send them both out if you wish."
Okay. I do so.
This trainer, in her Fortree City Gym uniform, her name is Gabriella. She sends out a flying type Pokemon. It is basically an egg with nubs for hands, nubs for legs, nubs for wings, and a big long neck with a stupid happy face on the top.
Okay.
She says, "You don't have to defeat my Togetic in battle. You just have to last 12 turns. However, you could decide to defeat it if you'd like. I don't think you'll be able to take it down, though." And Togetic goes, and it seems really confident. So roll your initiative.
Okay.
Togetic does something quite peculiar. Togetic wiggles its finger and pulls out a set of fangs from its mouth that it didn't have before. And it zooms towards Trevor and goes for a bug bite.
Oh, okay.
Does a 10 hit Trevor?
No.
The bug bite fails to pierce Trevor's rocky armor. It's now Toidle's turn.
Okay, Toidle's going to yawn it.
Okay. Togetic's feeling kind of sleepy. Exactly. Okay. What does Trevor do?
Yep. Trevor is going to Rock Blast.
Okay, let's see it.
Nat 1.
Nat 1, yeah, that's not going to connect, unfortunately. A rock just goes wild and just soars off into the distance of the gym, and you hear a coworker, a power plant worker, go like, "Hey,
what was that? What was it?"
Yeah,
Trevor's still getting used to the new move.
Absolutely.
All right.
Togetic, feeling kind of sleepy, wiggles its finger.
God.
Its hand is covered in a dark, sinister energy, and it goes up to Toidle and smacks it in a fashion that would remind you of knocking off.
Oh, okay.
Does a 15 hit? I don't think it does.
No, it does not.
Toidle's broken, dude. Why did I give you Toidle? That's so dumb. Okay. Togetic goes to knock off on Toidle, but Toidle's not holding anything, and Toidle just also holds no grudges, and so therefore there's nothing to knock off, and nothing happens. Togetic takes a nap.
Yes.
It's now Toidle's turn.
Okay. So I was thinking about rock tombing it, but I don't know how that interaction goes because it does like a saving throw while it's asleep.
Yeah. So because
does that provoke it? I was wondering if that's the same way. I assume it does, but
yeah, it would definitely have to roll to wake up at that point.
Okay, that's fine. We could do that still. I was just curious how that interaction would go.
Yep. Because Togetic's asleep, it makes the saving throw a disadvantage, and yeah, it definitely gets hit by Rock Tomb. How much damage is that?
2d8 plus 3, and that's super effective, right?
Yeah, so you're going to double the dice. So 4d8 plus 3, jeez.
17.
Yeah, you chuck some rocks at Togetic, and it immediately starts to stir from its nap. Let's see if it wakes up. It does wake up. Wow, natural 19. Great. Togetic, completely disturbed by this massive amount of damage it took from these rocks, and springs awake. But Trevor still has a turn to take before Togetic can act.
Okay, so it was successful, so it is restrained.
Yes. Can't move.
Yeah, can't move.
And you have advantage on attacking it.
Trevor's just going to continue with Rock Blast. He's just shooting for the stars, baby.
All right, you have advantage to hit.
12 hit?
No, unfortunately. Despite being pinned down by the rocks that Torkoal threw, the rocks that Torkoal provided almost get in the way of the Rock Blast, and they don't seem to connect with Togetic. Togetic will, and this might be in the flavor text of Rock Tomb, should be able to roll a d20 to see if I can break through of the restraint.
Yeah.
Natural 5. Togetic won't be breaking out of these rocks. However, it is still going to try and wiggle a finger. And it seems like it's just compelled with energy that, like, if it were possible, it would strike the opponent and then return to its Pokeball. But Gabriella doesn't have any extra Pokemon. And B, it's restrained, so it can't really move. However, it will just send an energy of bugginess towards Trevor. And a natural 3. Oh my god. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. What does Toidle do?
Toidle's going to shoot an Ember.
Okay.
Actually, no, we're just going to take the rock damage for
the free rocks. Gabriella's looking a little stressed.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you should. That's 26.
Jeez.
Yeah. 2 7s, an 8, and a 1.
Okay, believe it or not, Togetic is still up.
Okay, I believe that though. I mean, what's the luck challenge? But I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Gabriella's thinking, I am not the lucky one this time.
Yeah, yikes.
What's Trevor doing?
Trevor, we're gonna try our luck with a headbutt because Trevor can't seem to shoot very well. Oh, that's so much better. 18.
Togetic still standing.
All right, wow.
Believe it or not, chonky lad. Once again, gonna go for the finger wiggle. Gonna hope for something really impactful. Oh my god.
Misty Explosion time.
Not Misty Explosion, but this is a move I never thought would get pulled. As Togetic wiggles its finger, it seems to pull upon the spiritual force of a prankster deity. It creates a portal of void in front of it that allows it to free itself from its rock tomb. And it teleports behind Trevor and deals damage with an attack that can only be described as hyperspace hole. So, let's see that hit. Does a 15 hit Trevor?
No.
It doesn't?
No, it's a 16 armor.
Are you kidding?
Trevor. Oh, Trevor. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yes,
Trevor.
It's
okay.
14.
Okay. Thank goodness. Okay. Let's get a little bit of punishment because, like, this is the least that Togetic can get for trying so hard here. Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 2. Okay. That's 5 damage from hyperspace hole.
Hyperspace hole.
I think that's Hoopa's signature move.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny.
That's insane. Well, it's freed from the rocks, which is great, but
that's really cool though.
Yeah, that's metronome for you. Okay. What's Toidle gonna do?
Toidle's gonna Ember. Oh, 22.
Okay, that connects. Roll your damage.
Okay. 16.
How does Torkoal KO Togetic with Ember?
I think honestly, we're going with comedy for this. This fight was like so weird that Torkoal just kind of like just sneezes the Ember out and it hits right into Togetic and just like I
love that.
It's kind of taken aback, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I meant to actually use Ember.
Oh man. Yeah, that seems appropriate. Gabriella goes and clutches her Togetic and she says, I don't think anyone has ever just gone for the KO when they're using 2 Pokemon. They almost always wait it out. That was incredible. I don't even know what to say. At least we got to use a ridiculous looking move, and Togetic's just like, while it's knocked out, I was like, like it's excited, but it's also really, really upset. So Gabriella says, well, we've tested your luck. I think it's time for you to move on. And she gestures you to the staircase.
Perfect.
You ascend. It's incredible. The current time is about like 9 a.m. The sun has recently risen, and you find yourself on the rooftop of the Fortree City gym. You turn around, and there's giant wind energy turbine blades behind you, and you can see for miles. The visibility is incredible. So not only is Fortree City the northernmost city in the Hoenn region, but it's also the highest altitude, and you're on top of the tallest building in Fortree. So you can see everything. You can look off the distance. You see a vast ocean to the east with what looks to be a really small little city way off in the distance in the middle of the ocean. You look to the west, you see a giant mountain that's riddled with holes from meteors. You look slightly to the south and you can see the bustling capital city of Mauville. Winona steps over to you. Winona is dressed in what looks to be like an aviator's outfit. She has a helmet on that has wings on it, little green goggles. She has long purple hair, and she says, you made it. That was pretty fast, wasn't it?
Yeah, surprisingly. That's a rock trainer. Moving fast. Not my style.
She is evaluating her Pokeballs, and she says, well, I haven't got the chance to heal up all of my Pokemon since my last challenge, so I'll ask now, how many Pokemon do you wish to use?
2.
She says, excellent. And she sends out 3 Pokemon. You see before you a bird, a bird of prey that seems entirely made of metal. You see something that looks familiar as a big fluffy cloud, but much bigger and fluffier than the clouds that you met on the route prior that Elodie and Schmidt have caught. You also see a big old dino that looks like a tree that is made of leaves. And it's got bananas on its neck. And she says, for this battle, you may choose your opponent.
Oh. I want to fight against Altaria.
Okay. She says, excellent, my favorite one. And Altaria goes, meep, and it is very excited, very happy to battle. She recalls her other 2 Pokemon, and you may roll initiative for this 2v1.
I was so scared it was going to be a 3v2, and I was like, excuse?
Yeah.
It's like, oh no.
Total's going first.
Okay, so if I was going to do a combination attack with my 2 Pokemon, I would have to wait till Trevor's turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to, similar to what we did last time, I want to like tuck Toidle into his shell and arm Trevor in front of him like a cannon.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna prepare this maneuver with Toidle.
Absolutely.
And then get ready to launch.
Give me a DC 10 nature check. Because you gotta prepare some. Nat 1. All right.
Every time I want to do something cool.
Yeah, it's Trevor's turn. I will describe that Gimli conveys this strategy and can witness Torkoal basically just misfire. Torkoal's like, I'm charging up, I'm going to make a blast, and then poof, just smoke comes out.
Okay.
So you you can adjust your plan if you'd like.
So I guess okay, I guess we're too early for that move, buddy.
We literally just met, so
yeah, it's like I know, but he's like, I'm all about the synergy was kind of there for the finisher on the first one. He might get it. No, he's not happening. But someday the what's it called? The Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Exodia?
No, the one that's like literally a turtle cannon.
Oh, I don't know. That sounds about right.
But someday I will pull this off in the group, and it'll be unreal.
Yeah.
Okay. But we're just gonna go for a Rock Blaster, Trevor. Oh, that's not hitting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's a 6. Not a...
Dang. That won't happen. The rocks go wide, blast off over the horizon. They fall for quite a while, but they just land in the trees. No one gets hurt.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Winona says, Altaria, it's time for Dragon Dance. And Altaria starts flapping its wings, and arcane energy starts flowing around it. Blue and purple sparks fly out everywhere, and it seems like it is powered up. However, that is its whole turn.
We're going to use our last yawn on Altaria.
Okay. Altaria's feeling snoozy.
Yep, and we are going to fire off a Rock Blast again with Trevor.
Okay.
Let's go. Come on, Trevor. There we go. 20.
That will hit. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll our dice.
Trevor fires off some rocks at Altaria. It outstretches its fluffy cloud wings in an attempt to block them, but they are just too fluffy, and they slam into Altaria's body, and it's hurting. Altaria, now that it's powered up, will open its beak and fire off a fiery dragon breath at Trevor. It will request a dexterity saving throw. Not your best.
Nope. 8.
8 will not do it.
Nope.
Let's see what happens. Thankfully, Trevor does not get paralyzed. However, Trevor takes a whopping 18 points of dragon damage.
Ouch.
This breath is crazy. It's like purple and blue, and there's sparks of lightning in it. It's very hot to Trevor as well. But then Altaria's like, you know what? I've had enough, and takes a nap.
After all that,
yep,
all said and done, nap time.
It's now Toidle's turn.
Toidle's gonna do the Toidle special and go for a Rock Tomb.
All right, strength save.
Strength save, 14.
It's exactly 14, which will favor the attacker, so your Rock Tomb does connect.
And 20 damage total.
Jeez. Altaria takes a massive hit as it's asleep. Rocks pummel into its fluffy, cloudy body. Is this going to wake it up? Yes, it meets the check for waking up. Exactly. Altaria is reasonably startled awake from these rocks and faces off against its opponents once again.
I will fire off another Rock Blast.
Okay, let's see it.
That is a 6, so no go.
For the third time in this gym challenge, Trevor just fires off its rocks.
He's learning, though.
They don't connect. Altaria kind of saw it coming and deflects one of them over the railing. All right, Altaria going for an aerial ace into Torkoal. This will hit. It will not miss.
Guaranteed. Yep.
But we got to see what the damage is like. Only 10 damage.
Oh,
not bad.
Did you do the saving throw on Altaria for that
I did
turn?
not.
Okay.
I probably should. Fails. Natural 1.
Okay. Perfect. We are going to continue the rock damage then.
Okay.
48 plus 3. Another 20.
Wow. Wow.
There's 4 dice, dude. I didn't even roll that good. It was 2 average rolls, a big and a small. So
that's bonkers.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
Toidle continues chucking rocks at this fluffy cloud bird. It's starting to get buried in rocks. It's really unfortunate. Trevor, what are you gonna do?
Trevor, please hit a Rock Blast, my guy. Oh my god, a 7. What is he
Trevor.
doing? Trevor.
Trevor's getting complacent now that he's not the only Pokemon on the team.
Yeah, he's getting lethargic.
Yeah, he's like, we cruise through this gym. Why do I gotta work any harder?
Yeah, even though it's literally on the back of Toidle.
Yeah. We're gonna go for the check to break free first, I think.
Yeah.
And we get a 7, so that won't do it.
No.
That sucks. We only have one option while we're restrained, and that is to fire off a Dragon Breath. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. It's going to target Torkoal this time, so Torkoal has to make a dexterity save.
13.
13 is close, but not quite enough. Incoming dragon type damage. Ooh, that's a big one. 19 points of dragon damage.
Exactly enough.
No, Torkoal goes down.
Oh no.
Gimli does have a new passive. I don't know if you want to use it now.
I can. Yeah, I do. I want to save it with 1 HP. Absolutely.
Want to save it? What do you say to Toidle to keep it hanging on with 1 HP?
No, Toidle, you can still hang on. We got this.
And Toidle goes and finds itself hanging on with just a sliver of health. All right.
Because Toidle needs this last rock tomb, baby.
It's Toidle's turn. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're doing it. It's
Okay.
guaranteed. So we're getting the damage down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 21.
21 is not enough, but
Okay,
it is.
Trevor! Trevor! Come on!
It's really all on
Please,
Trevor for this one.
Please, buddy. Oh my god! It's a 9.
Trevor! Trevor slacking off. Gonna need a scolding after this gym challenge.
Absolutely.
Altari's gonna try to break free of the rocks, and does it that time with a natural 18. With a burst of blue and electric dragon energy, shoots the rocks flying off of its body, and is going to go for that good old dragon breath this time into Trevor, who seems to be slacking. So Trevor must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no. Got an 8. Trevor's gonna die here.
Trevor goes down. It's a 1 HP Toidle versus a dragon danced, angry, low HP Altaria. What are you gonna do?
Bet it all on Rock Tomb, baby.
Let's see it. Gimli. That's a 13.
22.
Would you like to describe how Toidle KOs Altaria?
Oh, in a whimper. With its last breath, Torkoal takes the rocks that it summoned, puts it on top of itself, and launches them into the air, getting the maximum damage it possibly could out of this rock tomb to try to secure it. It lands, Altaria falls to the ground, and Torkoal, in unison, falls to the ground without being knocked out in just exhaustion.
Excellent. Winona recalls her ace, her favorite, her strongest, Altaria, and says, "Nicely done, Gimli. You really did it." And
my heart.
she extends her hand and she gives you $100.
Oh, okay.
And she gives you the feather badge. So congrats. You have your first Hoenn League Gym badge. She says, "It's been a long time since someone has cleared this gym challenge so quickly. I almost had you at the end, but as classic rock types tend to do, you persevered."
Oh, that was very challenging. I'm terrified. I've never experienced anything like that before, and I was a miner for almost 30 years.
For your first try, that wasn't bad at all. And she gestures over to an elevator that will just take you to the ground so that you don't have to walk through the whole gym again.
Okay.
You take the elevator, you descend to the bottom. Of course, you have 1 HP among your party members, but before you return to the Pokemon Center, is there any kind of errand you'd like to run?
I am frantic about getting my Pokemon healed because they are bleeding.
Excellent. We'll have you do just that. And
yeah.
That is also where we'll call it. Thanks for tuning in to Gimli's special gym session in Dunsparce Drampa. If you're enjoying the series, be sure to follow or subscribe and check out the links in the description or by visiting linktree/Dunsparce. That's linktr.ee/Dunsparce. This podcast was heavily inspired by Boarding Party's Pokemon D&D podcast on YouTube, so if you enjoyed this content, you should without a doubt go check them out as well. The Patreon is now live. I'm populating it with exclusive content such as behind-the-scenes discussions, an NPC naming form, and more goodies for our patrons that you can only find there. Our next and final gym challenge will be Elodie's later this week. We'll see you then.
Yeah, that was really fun. Cool. I'm so sad the canon didn't work. I was so excited for it to try it out, and I was just like, oh.
You'll have another chance. I have a feeling it'll come up at some point.